Good morning, lovelies. Okay, so, if you saw the very short video that I had yesterday well, it wasn't a short video itself, but it was just stupid, and I took it down, because there was no reason for me to bitch about feeling that it was just a dumb video. So I ended up taking it down. But anyway, I am feeling so much better today. Starting out my day with a green smoothie in my owl cup. Kevin had me take the day off again today because I didn't eat yesterday, and so he really wanted me to make sure that I got a good full day of eating and nutrition and being up and back at it before I go back to work, because going back to work means scrubbing into surgeries, and if I'm not 100% during surgery, bad news bears. So, I'm home, which means y'all stuck with me today. And I was thinking about this actually last night, and it really cracked me up. I don't know if you guys have seen it, and I put it on my Facebook. I got it from Kimmy, the lovely little witch. It's a picture, and it is... I'm not cool enough to be able to post shit in the video, so basically you'll have to go to my Facebook to see it, but it's a picture of a young witch, and she's sitting in a circle of candles in the woods holding a cauldron of incense, and she's looking at this book, and there's all these questions that are dotted around her. It says, like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck is lang lang? Did I say this right? Should I start over? You know, I fucked up. Like, there's all of these things that I know, especially after reading all the comments of people who are like, oh my god, this is me. Because I read it and I'm like, oh my god, that is totally me. And it's so funny, but it's so true. How many people get like that and think that way when they do spells or do ritual, and then they get upset and don't understand why their stuff doesn't work. And it's because they're not thinking about the ritual itself. They're not thinking about what it is that they're doing, what it is that they're focusing on. They're spending too much time and too much energy focusing on the fact that they're not doing something right. And so I like to think of it this way. I post about getting that witchy itch or that witchy feeling all the time. That's a legit thing. Okay, so when you're doing ritual, and don't tell me that you haven't, think about time when you've done spells or you've done rituals, and you're doing something, and you get that witchy feeling. Like, you just, whether it's when you're taking herbs, and you're sprinkling it in your incense, whether it's when you're chanting, whether it's when you're sitting there just meditating, you get this feeling, this overwhelming feeling of, oh, there's Patches, excuse him, of feeling witchy. And that's the only way I can describe it. You just feel witchy, which makes you feel powerful and magical, which in turn raises your energy, okay? So think about that. Think about doing something like, if I'm looking through, now this is not a book that has a, you know, they're way up there, I'm not going to reach for them, but if I'm looking through here and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a spell for this, and some people like books and some people hate books, but let's say that you're using a book for both examples, okay, and during the first example, you're looking through here and you're like, alright, I need mugwort, and I need this, and I need blah blah blah, and I need lavender and sage, and I need a couple sprinkles of, you know, sea salt, and blah blah blah. So you flit around and you get all your stuff, and you're reading through, and you're, you know, dashing this and dashing that, and you are just feeling that witchiness, you're feeling that energy, you're feeling that magic, and you are having the time of your life. I'm going to tell you what, that spell is going to work faster than you can even fucking imagine, because you are having a ball doing what you're doing. And you're not thinking about whether or not it's going to work. You know it's going to work, because you are getting that witchy feeling. You are just, ooh, you just are in your freaking groove, and you're just putting shit everywhere, and you know what you're doing. Even though you're reading out of a book, you get that, you're like, yes, I got this is awesome, great, okay? Now, in the same instance, let's say you're reading out of a book and you feel like you're a fucking 2-year-old cooking out of a cookbook in the kitchen and you're like, what does it say I need? Well, I don't have mugwort. I don't even know what that is. I wonder if I could use, like, well, I probably can't use anything instead, because, I mean, it calls for that. If it calls for it, then it's got to need it for something. So, fuck, now I either have to find a different spell, or... But I really like that. I mean, I wonder what would happen if I just didn't use it. So then you're going to go through and do your spell not using it, and you're just going to keep thinking to yourself, this isn't going to work because I don't have the right ingredients. This isn't going to work. What if this doesn't work? And then you're worrying. You're not having the time of your life putting everything together and getting that feeling. You're getting more of a sinking, I don't think this is going to work, I'm just doing it because the book says type thing. Okay? You get what I'm saying? So you really have to remember when doing spells or rituals that you get out of the spell what you put into it. And it's all about you, baby. It is all about you. The whole purpose of a spell is to help the witch connect to that energy so that she or he can send it out to make change and manifestation. Alright? So if that means that Pyperh uses lavender for healing, but Tia uses it for banishing, but Tiptoe Chick uses it for freaking, I don't fucking know, money, but, you know, Adria uses it for psychic abilities, okay? If you read in a book, let me tell you which one of those is apparently wrong. Alright, so we're going to use, because I know that lavender can be used for a lot of different things, because lavender's fucking awesome. Oh, Jesus. It can be used for love, protection, sleep, chastity, longevity, purification, happiness, and peace. I don't think I said any of those things. Oh, shit, then we're all wrong. All of us are wrong. So we can't use it. No. If you feel that lavender is fantastic for money, but you can't find it in any book, but you feel it, then that lavender is going to work for you, because that's all you need, is you need it to work for what you need it for. You need to believe that that's what it works for. So, you know, if I'm looking through my cabinet and I feel like nettles works fantastic in protection, but I'm reading and it's actually really good in money, I'm like, well, I don't feel like it's a good herb for money. I'm going to use it for protection because that's what I feel it for. Then that's what, now these are fantastic to go to as a guide, but that's why there's so many, like in the back of the book, there's so many herbs listed for each thing. Like, look at all these fucking herbs. There's like 20 herbs listed for health. So you go through and you look and you're like, I'm not thinking that I would use ash for health. But, you know, I could really see oak. You know what I mean? Because it's really all in the eye of the beholder. It's the eye of the witch. What she feels, what he feels, what it is that we want to use and why we want to use it. And if we're feeling it in our bones and we're feeling it in our energy, then guess what? It's going to work. It's going to work. That's all there is to it. I get people that ask me questions all the time about stuff that's not working. And it is so hard for me to be like, then use something else. Use something else. Use something that works for you. And they just don't get it. And it's like, that is as simple as I can put it to you, because it is that simple. If there's something that you're not feeling and it's not working for you, then use something else that is working for you. You know, books are the best and worst thing to come to witchcraft, because I feel like they give us so much. But yet, a lot of the books make things seem like they have to be so structured, and it's like, now you make sure, if you're going to do this spell, that this is how you do it. No. There's options. Just remember that. Books give us options, people. That is what they're there for. They're there for us to learn and to have things to choose from, but you can pick and choose. That is the wonderful, beautiful whole part of being a witch, is you can pick and choose whatever it is you want. That is why I love what I do, and I love my practice, because if something works but something else doesn't, so you fucking change it. Look at what I did with the elements. I was not feeling. Every book that I read had north, east, south, west, air, or earth, air, fire, water. I don't work that way. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, air is in the north, earth is in the east. Because it just makes sense. It's like, well, air is up, land and water are your horizon, and then fire's to the south. I don't understand why earth has to be up, so I changed it. And now it works wonders for me, okay? So change shit. That is the whole point of this 11-minute video, is if you don't like it, if it's not feeling it, if you're not feeling that witchy feeling, then change something. Because as soon as you start not feeling it, you broke that bond with that energy, you broke it all, and you might as well start over, and you might as well take a break, because you're going to get so frustrated with yourself that you're not going to get anywhere with it. So I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope that this video was so much more uplifting than the one I deleted yesterday. I don't like doing down, sad panda videos. That just make me mad. Yeah, so I'm going to go and I'm going to drink the rest of my smoothie, and I'm going to try to clean the house, and I'm of course going to relax here and there because I don't need to completely drain myself of all energy. But yeah, I just want to make this because I did, and now I did, and I'm going to go do some stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.